Today, we're going to be talking about a bottle that I am so excited to get into. This is a Green River Wheated Bourbon single barrel cask strength. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today, a little bit of a story time. I don't like to do this a lot in videos, but so I need to give some context to this review as a whole. So first off, found this at Publix a few days ago, was really excited because when I first started getting into bourbon, I was recommended the Green River Wheated Bourbon, and I hate it. I hate it. It is one of my least favorite bourbons of all time. I think it's a bad bourbon. I think it's a bad wheated bourbon. And to be honest with you, it completely took me away from Green River for a long period of time. Flash forward about a year and a half, 2 years, a buddy of mine lets me know that a store is doing a single barrel event with Green River. And I honestly almost didn't go. But the only reason I went was because it's Sam from 5 Star. He was doing the pick for his store, and he does incredible picks. So I was like, I want to at least be there to see what they picked, because the whole idea of it was that you get to take home the bottle with you. Long story short, because of shipping delays, it didn't happen. But I eventually got it, and it was this bottle right here. Orlando Whiskey Society 5-star Glencairn, coming in at 123.2 proof. And this bottle right here completely changed my entire opinion of Green River. At that event, we got to taste everything on the lineup, their bourbon, their rye, and I loved everything but the one thing I had tried from Green River. So that goes to show you that just because you don't like one thing in a lineup, that you won't like everything else. I am a massive Green River fan. And you'll see it, this bottle. I have opened it already. So here's the thing. I opened this the other night, the night I got it. I didn't really think about it at the time, but I texted a few of my friends and I was like, I don't like it. And they're like, wow, really? So you don't like the Green River Wheated? Shocking. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait a second. I just made snow cones for me and the kids, and I had a blue Hawaiian snow cone, so my palate was wrecked. So here's what I'm going to do. I haven't tried it again since then. I'm going to go back into this as if it's brand new to me and going to do a full review, because it kind of is. I mean, like, I remember it tasting bitter, and like that doesn't make sense. So if it is bitter still, then it's bitter. But if it's not, got to give it a fair shake. So let's go ahead, get this into a Glen, and let's see what we think about it. Apparently, these are like pretty hard to come by too. I know when I interviewed Jason Kiefer from Coming Whiskey on my podcast not too long ago. If you want to listen to the podcast, they're all Patreon exclusives now. It used to be publicly available, but it's one of the perks of being a patron. That these were going to be pretty hard to come by, and this was selected by Publix. This is 123.6 proof. I am very curious to see what this actually smells and tastes like, so let's go ahead, let's give it a nosing, and let's see how we feel. It is like butterscotch and vanilla on the nose. And like there's a little heat to it too, but not ethanol. There's like warmth to it. Oh man, this nose is really good. I don't even remember it smelling this good. So that's a lesson to me. Don't need a snow cone and then 12 minutes later try a new bourbon for the first time. I really enjoy this nose. There's a little cherry on there, but like black cherry. Wheated bourbons to me tend to have like a little bit of a cherry note. I don't know if that's across the board for people, but for me, I get like a cherry note. And this one's like a black cherry. Think of like the black cherry Warhead, that kind of note, minus the sourness. Smells really nice. Yeah, I like this quite a bit. I still think that the nose on the full proof is a little bit better. This nose is really nice. There's a little bit of a Honey Nut Cheerio note to this too on the nose, which I actually really like. It smells nice. Yeah, Honey Nut Cheerio is a good call. All right, let's give it a mouthing and let's see how we feel. Wow. That Honey Nut Cheery note carries over to the palate. And this is way not what I thought it was. I mean, obviously, after having a blue Hawaiian snow cone, that's going to... I don't know. It was cotton candy. I had a cotton candy snow cone. I'm 5. That is really good. I don't think it's like bottle of the year good, but I think we might be in the 8s. I mean, this is really solid. Green River has like completely turned around in my opinion. They have like not that they were bad. It just wasn't for me what I enjoyed when I first tried that wheated at 90 proof or whatever it is. But this one, this is what you want. The flavors are just so much more highly elevated. They are so good. I'm really impressed by this. You know, I get this on Maker's Mark sometimes too when it's their cask strength. I get like a juicy fruit note. I get that on this too. It's a little bit, it's faint. It's not as predominant as it is on the Maker's Mark cask strength, but it's definitely on there. And that's like a banana-y-ish kind of fruit note. I don't really know what the flavor of juicy fruit is, but it reminds me of that. Now, here's one thing you will never hear me say on my channel. You will never hear me go, this is a Weller killer. This is a George T. Stagg killer. I hate that term. I hate when people do that because you're elevating one thing and completely dismissing another thing because it doesn't live up to this thing that if you tried in a blind, you probably wouldn't like as much as you think you like. Could be different. Everyone's palates are different. And if that's how you want to classify things, that's fine. I don't do that. I'm not going to say this is like a Weller killer. I'm not going to say it's better than a Weller foolproof. I don't think it is personally, but I really think if you can get your hands on one of these, or if you can be involved in one of these picks, you should do it, because this is a really good bottle of bourbon. This is one of the best weeded things I've had in a while. I mean, to me, for sure, this is better than like the Maker's Mark wood finishing series. It's better than the cellar age. It's better than the cash strength. It's better than the heart release. Better than some Weller for sure. But again, I don't like to compare those things to those like harder to get things, because I think it should be able to stand on its own, and this one does. I'm so glad I went back to this and like didn't just go like, oh, it was bad because I tried it. I wasn't even thinking when I tried it the first time after having the snow cone. I was just too excited to try it. And I'm really glad I went back to it. Comment down below. Let me know if this is on your radar. It absolutely should be. While you're down there commenting, make sure you subscribe and leave a like as well. We are this close to 5,000 subscribers. I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, cheers. A big thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen right now.